Alright guys, I'm getting ready to put the door panels on the van. This is the Ford Transit high roof. I'm going to do some of that sort of stuff. Here are the panels here. I will, they've got protective coating on them on that side. They came in this giant box here. I got them from J&M plumbingvans.com. It also came with, or I ordered it with these brackets. So like, that's for the glove box. You know, stuff like that. Alright, so I need to get some help from my brother putting those on. So the first step is to hold them up, mark a couple holes, drill it in place, do this little side piece on each door, mark that, take it off, secure it, then secure the rest. And so we'll go from there. Alright, there's the one side. We started over here, and we'll try to show you the process. Alright, so this piece is not in the instructions. It's a torque. I won't focus. So we're going to take that off and do it without it. Are we going? Yeah. So first we put a couple screws in it just to hold it in place. And then we put this little side piece in here and then mark exactly where this is supposed to be. And this lines up. Alright, so we marked it and then we used the self-tapping screws over here to hold it in place. My rivet gun won't fit in there to get those. So, alright, so once it's in place, you start drilling them out. Putting rivets in it. That one I'm not so sure about, but we'll get it put up. We'll pull the plastic off and it'll look amazing. So some of these holes, there's something behind here that we're going to have to use some self-tapping screws like that. But up there we were able to put a rivet in it. And so we'll have to, we've already drilled some of these holes out. I'll have to get some bigger self-tapping screws. But there it is. So we've got to remove this little piece to get the door to shut. And that whole thing shifted. Oh, don't let it fall. Yeah, listen to that rattle around. And we'll clean that up. The Dremel will clean that up. Let's see if it works. That door closes just fine. Moment of truth. Here we go. Like a glove.
Perfect's good enough.
Alright, so we're doing a radio test. Make sure the sound quality is still good. I was a little concerned because I had to cover up a couple speakers, but it sounds fine. Bulls on parade. Look at that beautiful aluminum. Alright, so I got most of the holes drilled for this one, and I feel like, you know, this is about as perfect as it could get. But then right there, this is a little too wide, and so it seems like it's created a problem up at the top where I can't get this piece to pull in enough because it's kind of binding right here. I might get some longer screws. I may just leave it because it's not a huge, as long as everything else is done, it's not a big deal. But I would like to have that pulled in. I might get some longer sheet metal screws or something along those lines. But Not a huge deal, just thought I'd let you know. Alright, got that one put on, except the top part. As you can tell, it maybe is going to start raining, so I used the Dremel to clean up that section right there so the door will catch. I didn't have any issues with it, but we'll probably come in and clean up this grease pencil. You know, and then the next video I will be putting some of the bits and bobs on there, but happy with them so far. So, pretty slick. So the clouds rolled away and the sun came out, so I'm still out here working. I cut that little piece off of here and just mounted that back up. I'm not 100% sure what that's for, but you know, I put it back. So over here I am kind of mapping out where I'm gonna put, it's like this is a box holder for gloves right there, and then here's a little container for like PVC glue, so that's gonna go about right there. That square I'm gonna leave empty because I always keep a bucket right here, and then this bottom piece is actually right in line with that, so I'm gonna put wrench holders and tool holders up in here, kind of to replace that, so to speak, or keep additional tools. The shovels and brooms and stuff like that are up there, but I'm going to move some of those to over here and then put a dustpan holder down here. And so this will hold most of my longer tools, like there's my shovel. It's just kind of back there right now, and there's the a small curb key. There's a bigger curb key up there that it'll look good hanging from there. And then this will have the smaller stuff that, you know, you're always grabbing, like PVC glue and pipe dope and stuff like that. It's coming together. PVC glue, pipe dope. So these are some of the tools I used for this process, and I used a rotary tool or a Dremel as well. I'd like to say this kit came with plenty of hardware. This was all leftovers. So they send you plenty of rivets and sheet metal screws. I did have to go buy bigger sheet metal screws because I drilled all of these out first. I drilled those out with 3/16 for the rivets, and so the little ones, these that they had, were just too small for those holes. So I went and got some number 14 by 3/4 self-tapping screws. Some of the other little details, this all looks really good, I think. I've been really happy with it. The process probably took a couple hours maybe. I'm really happy with this rivet tool. You could do it all by hand. It would just be a lot of work, and so I've really enjoyed them. The process has been smooth. They're real clean looking. They'll help really protect the inside from getting little dents and dings, and so obviously it makes storage of goods much easier. So I'm really happy with them. I think it's a smart investment. I also got these two business card holders. I always put in a card and a magnet, and so I got those, but as you can see, they fall down. If I was to engineer this or redesign it, I would put those openings at the back, and then you would screw those two edges. But that's not how they did it, and so we'll just have to lean them like that.